Standing on business, boy, you must be delusional. Delulu, delulu, delu. Hey y'all, it's your girl, Black Blondie, aka Queen Mother Pearl, and welcome back to Black Blondie TV, the spot where we talk real love, real drama, real tea, and everything woman, okay? You already know what time it is. We're recapping Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 16, Episode 15. And baby, this episode was all about rebirth, reconciliation, and just a sprinkle of petty. So let's get into it. Okay, so the trip starts off. It starts off with the girls waking up in Grenada after another drama drenched night. Angela and Drew are still giggling over Britt's Oscar worthy performance the night before with Shamia. And Drew was giving all kind of little side facials and everything on the last episode. But this is episode Rebirth. Meanwhile, Phaedra and Cynthia and Portia are in their own little Kiki corner. And y'all, Phaedra came through with the mess. She dubbed Angela the school teacher. And she spilled tea hotter than the Grenada sun. And apparently, there's tensions bubbling between Britt and Kelly over a glam squad situation. Can y'all believe that? Glam squad, girl. It's giving a little jealousy, okay? Britt versus Kelly. So they have a little glam gate unleashed. So Phaedra claims that Britt tried to poach Kelly's glam team. Poach means she was trying to take them, okay? And listen, Kelly was not here for it. Kelly says that she offered help but backed off once Britt allegedly crossed the line. And then Britt rolled up to Kelly's room for a little confrontation. She says that Kelly hides behind her entourage and was out of pocket for trying to school her publicly about a donation. They hugged it out kindly, kind of, but the awkward vibes were still thick. Thick like lace front glue and the heat wave, honey. It was giving heat wave lace front glue, okay? So I would say that little part of the episode, I would give that 8 out of 10. It was a little kiki. It was giving a little kiki. I was laughing. I was gagging, okay? And then they get to the poolside shots and photo ops, okay? So the girls are poolside taking shots, shaking off the drama. They talking to this little attractive man who was, the bartender. Portia plays photographer to try to cheer up Shamia. And she turns her into an island baddie. Bad girl, she won. Bad girl, she won. Okay, she tried to turn her into an island baddie while the girls shamelessly flirt with the guy, the local eye candy. I think he was the guy who brought them there. And he was fine. I ain't gonna lie, he was cute. So, island fever is real. And so it is the unbothered energy. It's unbothered energy for now. And then they get ready for the Jab Jab Carnival Madness. Now, this was the episode's highlight. The ladies hit up Grenada Jab Jab Carnival. All oily, muddy, musical celebration of Black resilience and freedom. That's what Jab Jab is about. I have never heard of the island of Grenada. Yes, this is my blind moment. I never heard of Grenada. So, I was schooled about the Jab Jab. So, it was good that they talked about the history of it. And it was a cool, history lesson within the episode. They fully commit, y'all. Oil in their wigs, sweat in their lashes. It was a beautiful, chaotic, liberating mess, honey. It was liberating. I was like, ooh, I wish I could be there with them. Getting all muddy. The men was like, they was grinding all up on them. Them men, they was nice and chocolate. They was, they was good looking there. The guys that they showed on the guys that I could see, they were good looking, okay? And yes, the oil bit a few post-party showers, but it also gave space for a late night introspection and some real bonding moments. Girl, Phaedra said that Brit washed her off, honey. I said Brit was really trying to get in that group, honey. But her attitude was off. She was giving a little stink attitude. First of all, I ain't like how she got my girl into trouble. Well, my girl got herself in trouble. But they both was accountable. But I didn't like the way that she tried to play and bait Kenya. She tricked Kenya out of her spot. But it's okay, because Brit will not be back next season, if there is a next season, child. Because I heard on the YouTube streets that it is canceling RHOA next. There will be no next seasons. They is canceling, and they trying to come up, and they gonna reboot it in a couple years. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true, child, but that's what I heard. They is gonna be doing a little reboot, honey, and they is shutting down. They shutting it down. They probably gonna go to Houston, or they might go to, because Beverly Hills is too close to LA. They might go to Houston. They might go to maybe Tampa, Florida, maybe, and do a black cast, or somewhere else. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I kind of figured, since Brit was suing Bravo, that they would cancel the show temporarily. That's what I always thought. That was in the back of my head. And so the final vibes of the Rebirth energy back at the villa. They get back to the villa in the morning. And the group, they gather one last time, and is a symbolic moment for Kelly. She tosses a cracked quartz crystals, into the ocean. She said that's her way of releasing her past drama, her divorce, everything that's going on in her life. And baby, even the crystals are catching shade this season, because people was talking about that crystal. They was like, Kelly, why you got that crystal on there? And you, on the first episode, they was talking with the crystal, honey. Of the renewal. I think that was the renewal episode. Don't quote me on it. But they toast to Grenada Magic. And for a minute, just a minute, it feels like the girls are actually vibey. It was given like unity. And the cue of the deep breaths and the fresh start energy, it was good. So what's next? So for me, I don't want to get too comfortable. That Brit and Kelly Glam situation, I think it's gonna come up again on the next episode. I think that things are still simmering, and from the promo the next episode looks, there's mess brewing back in Atlanta, especially with Phaedra poking around at Angela's marriage, honey. I don't know why they don't like Angela Oakley. I love Angela Oakley. Oakley. I love her. She gives me life, okay? I think her and Kenya would have got along greatly. They would have been tag teaming the girls, okay? So that's it for this week's recap. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Black Blondie TV for more real talk recaps, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe Brit tried to steal the Glam Squad or nah? Is Phaedra doing too much or just enough? Is she doing too much? It's giving like, I don't know. It's giving like she didn't need to come back. I don't think she needed to come back. What y'all think? Let me know in the comments. What y'all think about Kelly? Y'all think Kelly is jealous of Brit? Do y'all think that Shamia should have been there for her baby when her baby got sick, that she should have just flew right back? What do y'all think? I honestly don't know, because she was already there, and And you know, I understand her situation. Prayers up to her little baby. My baby was in a situation like that when she was first born. She had like heart problems and stuff. So I was in the hospital the first 2 months of her birth. So I could completely understand to her, you know, feeling that way. And till next time, stay fabulous. Keep your crystals intact. And I'm Black Blondie, aka Queen Mother Pearl. And I said what I said. And that's on the period to the period dot period. Okay, I said what I said. Okay, bye bye.